So there seems to be a little bit of controversy involving the Mario movie trailer when it comes in terms of Chris Pratt's voice. Now, I'm a 38-year-old man. 40 is just staring at me in the face. Actually, that is my life, so I'm gonna stop looking at that. I have played Mario my whole life. Everything from Donkey Kong to Mario Brothers to Super Mario Brothers on the NES to Mario Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch. Throughout the years of my life, Mario has played a huge part in my life. And this was a film that I was very much looking forward to. In fact, I actually have a soft spot for the live action movie. And another thing that I have nostalgia for is the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
That a lot of young kids probably didn't even know existed. And we had the voice of Mario, and it's not the voice that you guys are recognized as the voice now.
I love when that happens.
There was other iterations of the cartoon with the Super Mario Brothers 3 cartoon, and again, we had that same sort of voice.
Hideous looking.
Yeah, but if you haven't seen them, how do you know what they look like?
He told me, and someone else told him.
Sounds like you mushroomers are spreading mush rumors.
So it wasn't like it was always this over-the-top Italian voice.
It's me, Mario.
Now, I'm perfectly fine with the voice that we all know now as Mario, but you have to take in terms of this is a hour-and-a-half to 2-hour movie. You cannot listen to that voice. It's one thing when you're listening to that voice in snippets of the games, because Mario isn't voice acted in the games. He has maybe one line or two within a game, usually when you start up. It's like, here we go. You're watching a movie, and you have someone who's going to be delivering dialogue throughout an hour-and-a-half film to 2-hour film. You can't keep up with that voice. It would get extremely annoying to the casual fan going to see this movie. It's like, man, I can't take this voice much longer. And I think Chris Pratt, although I will stand on the side of fans where when his voice popped up, I felt a little deflated.
What is this place?
People that are hating on the voice, I feel is really unnecessary because we haven't seen enough. We haven't heard enough. He literally delivered like 9 words in this minute-and-a-half trailer. All right, Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. Like, that was pretty much the extent of Mario's dialogue within the trailer, and there wasn't really a whole lot to go by. So I think a lot of fans automatically jump into conclusions and saying, we don't like this. This is much different than the Sonic the Hedgehog situation, to where we saw Sonic and we visually looked at it and like, this is not fucking Sonic. This looks like roadkill. And they changed it. Whereas we look at Mario, it looks like Mario. This looks like the Mario world. It's just what we heard from Mario isn't what we're used to and accustomed to nowadays. Although if you look back to the history of the franchise, you would see that Mario has been voiced several times. So it's not necessarily something I feel that we have to overreact and just come out with the pitchforks and start boycotting something because we heard 9 words of dialogue from an actor who's playing and giving Mario a different voice. We don't know how that voice is going to play out in different situations within the movie. We don't know how that voice is going to play out within the conversation and the context of a different situation within the movie. We're strictly just basing it off of a teaser trailer with 9 words of dialogue delivered by Chris Pratt. Like, it's hard to, it's really hard to come out and give a solid review on something that we don't have a full understanding of what that is going to be. Now, again, we're not going to get the "it's a me Mario" type voice because this is a movie, which is much different than a game where you are just clicking a button to start and it's like, here we go. That is completely different than what we're going to get in a full-length feature film where you have story and you have character interaction and dialogue between characters. And for that, you can't do what we are accustomed to in the game. There's a reason why the Super Mario Brothers Super Show is so beloved in my heart. I love that show so much. It's because I felt like that was my Mario. And everybody throughout the years has their own iteration of Mario. But before we actually condemn Chris Pratt, let's see another trailer. Let's see more dialogue. And to be honest with you, although it was my lowest point within the trailer, it was nowhere near the part where I'm like, oh, this is awful. I'm like, okay, this is Mario's voice. Now let's get used to it. Like, let's get used to it and let's embrace it and see how the movie is, because the movie looks phenomenal. Like, this is I guarantee you $1 billion movie. Like, this movie is absolutely phenomenal. Can't wait to go see it. It's gonna be the highest grossing video game movie of all time. And I think fans just kind of need to go back to the history of Mario, see that Mario had several different voices, and just embrace Chris Pratt's voice and wait till we hear more before we actually deliver a verdict. But that's just my thoughts on it, guys. I wonder what you guys think. Be sure to leave those comments in the comment box below. Smash that like button. Until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.